You're such a bitch.
What am I supposed to say? T.
And you're mocking me? I can't believe it. Episode 3. This is the last episode you're ever getting.
Cut the camera.
Don't let doubt enter your mind. Seek and ye shall find. Hit it hard like a bad girl. Power on. Hit it hard like a bad girl. Get it done.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Breathe If You Agree.
Yes, episode 3. Can you believe we're already at episode 3?
I feel like I've aged 70 years.
Baby, I'm Britney Spears. 1, 2, 3.
Anyway, I'm Nick.
I'm Julian.
And we're so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, if you want to watch us, if you want to get a little visual, subscribe to Past Your Bedtime on YouTube so you can see all of our episodes.
And if you're listening, you can find us anywhere that podcasts are streamed. But I highly recommend watching on YouTube, as if you're listening right now, you don't see that I am butt naked, fully oiled up, doing belly rolls and the splits.
It's amazing. And I'm in a parka praying. So, you could just see something completely random when you join in. There's also like 70 men staring at us right now. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to be done.
Yeah.
They're going to finish us.
Speaking of men.
There's no men here other than us.
There's no men here. I mean, there are two beautiful men sitting at this table. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm single.
No.
Yeah. Did you know that about me?
Yeah, I'm learning just now. It is insane to me that someone like you is single, but I think that just shows what the landscape is out there right now.
Stop. You know what? I'm pretty picky. I don't want to blame it all on anybody else.
You should be picky. I think all of you should be picky.
Yes, be picky.
Don't settle.
Never settle.
Unless it's for one of us.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be settling.
No. You'd be winning.
Yeah, obvi.
Yeah, but no, I think it's been an interesting year for love and lust and whatnot.
Well, tell me about your love, because you are in a committed relationship.
I'm in a committed relationship. Let the trades know. Yes, I'm with a wonderful man who has basically the same name that I do. We're Nick and Nico. So cute, kind of weird. But
love you, Nico.
We love you, Nico.
Shout out.
No, I'm with a wonderful guy, but took a lot of work to get there, let me tell you. But no, we had a really cute, easy. We're doing long distance right now. Tire screech. Oh my God. Who knew that I would be doing that now? But no, we're so we did like a long distance FaceTime date, sat in front of the computer. He's 3 hours ahead. He's at school right now, at a school. I'm not going to say the name, but it rhymes with Yale. And no, we had a cute little long distance FaceTime, which was nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going back to school.
No. I would die. It's so funny. I read a tweet the other day that said, long distance couples will always be like, I can't wait to see you, and then they'll wait. Which is kind of exactly what's going on with us.
I literally think like going back to school and like taking a test on something that I've learned, I don't know if I would be able to pass.
But can you imagine picking up a TI-84?
What's
calculator?
That? Oh.
Texas Instrument?
Like a dinosaur?
Yeah. No, it's the calculator. Did you never use that like brick calculator that you could like murder someone with?
I think I had one, but all I used it for was to spell boobies. Right. Like when it was like 5318008.
I would play like games on mine. It also was so expensive, and every single year they'd be like, get a new one.
But you could cheat on them too, because you could type letters on them.
Yeah.
I did do that.
You could write in the Pythagorean theorem. I mean, I swear to God, if someone asked me to do anything math-wise, and by the way, I was pretty good at math. I was in like Calc A, B, B, C.
Before Christ.
I took math before Christ existed.
Word, dude.
Yeah. No, but
that Botox is doing good.
yeah. Mama's pushing 4,000. No, school sounds terrible. But anyway, how was your Valentine's Day? It was just chill?
It was good, actually. We shot videos and photos for our podcast, Breathe If You Agree, that you're listening to right now.
You're here with us.
So I got to be with you, which was incredible.
Yeah.
And the amazing Brat team.
Yeah.
So that was a really special day for me. But then I went home and I ordered Chipotle. It was my 3rd day in a row having Chipotle.
Maybe if that's the proper way to celebrate Valentine's Day, that's how I want to do it.
Well, I celebrate Valentine's Day by getting a burrito bowl that I was like, oh, maybe I will like get on an app or like
like
find
Postmates
somebody
or like a dating app.
Well,
I mean, you could find love on Uber Eats or Postmates.
Honestly, do you ever, I always see sometimes like if my delivery person is hot,
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, I usually say leave it outside, but if
Leave
they're
it
hot, I
inside.
want to be like, oh my gosh, like,
Hey, my toilet's broken. Can you come fix it?
But usually I look horrible.
Yeah.
So I usually just
I'm
let
never
them
getting
go.
dressed up to meet my Uber Eats driver at the door.
No, but now they started taking those pictures, so now I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to serve.
Literally, every single time they take a picture, I'm like, ready? 3, 2.
Did you get it?
Yeah, did you get it? Wait, take it again.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
again.
Let me see it.
Wait, can you send that to me?
Can you just flash them?
Yeah, wait, let me get my ring light real quick. Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
Did you get back on the apps?
Okay, so yes.
Oh my God.
I actually did. I partook in a little gummy, and yes, just to loosen it up.
Yeah.
And
He's talking about Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids with the green ones. And I re-downloaded Hinge.
Oh.
So this has been a while since I've been on the apps, dating apps.
Right. Yeah.
I am on the adult apps. But yes, I downloaded Hinge again. And I was thinking, I was like, maybe I need to switch up my like questions because I always do the same ones.
What are your go-to answers?
Well, okay, so my first picture is me in a tuxedo, which you're not getting a lot of. But it was my friend Emily's wedding in December.
Oh, it's the
and
sickening picture of you outdoors.
I don't know what was in the water that day.
I
I
mean,
looked sick.
Go to his profile right now. Take a screenshot.
You'll be shook. You'll be like, you don't look like that. But I did that day, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But and she just sent more photos too, where I'm like,
Yeah.
I changed my grinder to like a zoomed up picture of me in the suit. And I'm like, that's like, I shouldn't do that though, because look at me right now.
They're like,
I'm in a
no.
top with a bra and I
also
have a
they're
hat
like-
that says spitters or quitters on. So, and I'm in a skirt with moon boots.
They're on Grindr being like, am I about to a butler?
They're like, okay, yes, trade. And then I'm like, hey girlie, welcome to my house.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell. Hey, how are you? Which, whatever, it doesn't change how incredibly fun I am and hot.
Are you kidding me? You're such a catch.
But my questions are, it says, what am I looking for? I always say room G14, which is a Mean Girls reference because I love movies.
Okay.
And I'm very picky with my words because I don't want to write like so much.
Right. No, that's what when someone's like, what's your favorite memory? And they're like, it's set the scene. It's year 2004. My grandma had just died.
That's a favorite memory, yeah. Well, if anybody wrote their favorite memory is their grandma died on their Hinge, well, I'm going left.
Yeah.
We're Xing that one.
Yeah.
You're not getting my rose. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. But I say, yes, G14. And then I say the best way to ask me out is to ask. As I was writing this down, I was like, maybe I am the problem.
Yeah, the person's reading it being like, okay.
They're like, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Very
maybe he's a little
simple.
confused. They just don't get your humor. That's the problem.
And then
everyone needs to be a little funnier.
Yes. Where are the jokes? And then I say, I'm weirdly attracted to men.
Well, by the way, if someone's not agreeing with that, I don't want to date them.
Well, it's like, it's like tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And your tongue in my cheeks.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding. But you could.
Yeah.
And then if I think the one in my thing is key to my heart is laughter and cookies, which is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are honest, but I think people now just they treat them like, people are getting their friends involved. They're like, what is this?
Like you can leave a voicemail on a Hinge, like a message from a friend, being like, date my friend because.
Oh, no, I feel like we've heard some weird ones. Like, I think there was one, we were on a profile once and the guy was like, people can't find me funny. I want to make you laugh. And I was like, oh, this man is gonna kill us. This man's gonna hurt someone.
I actually think, yes, I think they're funny sometimes, but I love when people have their own podcast on their Hinge profile. Like, this is what I love, and like da-da-da-da.
Well, little do you know that we're actually recording this episode right now for your Hinge.
This is actually a get to know me voice memo that's going all on my Hinge, a 45-minute one. So if anybody has any questions about anything, especially our dating in hookup past, you will now know.
Yeah, now you'll know.
But yes, I'm back on Hinge. I have not set any dates yet.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's
only been a couple days.
It has been a couple days.
Also, you should be picky.
Right. And well, the thing about Hinge too now, I feel like, or any dating apps really, is when they want to exchange numbers.
Yeah.
And then it's like we're getting to know each other over text. I would rather let's get a drink. Like if we like the initial attraction, maybe a few back and forth.
Right.
And if there is like a chemistry, just like let's meet for a drink and then ask those questions. But like once you start like texting, sometimes you can like read text and they can be more charming or something. And then when you meet that person, the connection isn't there.
You got to get to it. I'm a big fan of like, yes, let's get to know each other a little bit. Like, but then let's go on the date.
Yeah.
Let's not like establish this entire relationship based on our conversation. Also, I just can't imagine I guess it does make sense you give your number, but now I feel like, because I haven't been on the dating apps in a while, now with like all those spam texts.
Brag.
Yeah. Can't relate. No. Like all those spam texts that come in like, hey Linda, like it's Jonathan, I'm across the street. And you're like, just like a random spam text that you get now. Are you not getting any spam texts?
Spam texts?
Like texts from random numbers that it's like they're trying to like get you into them. It's like, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. And you don't know who it is. And then you respond and then it's like a bot.
No, I've never gotten
Okay,
one.
well then congratulations. You're winning. I get random ones like very specific like, hey Linda, do you still have the scuba gear? And I'm like, that is so hyper specific, but there is a Linda out there who's going to respond and be like, yeah, I do have the scuba gear.
But you think that's a bot or you think they're really looking for scuba gear?
No. They were looking for scuba gear for sure.
Word.
I would be concerned that I would get a text from a bot and then think it was someone from Hinge and it not be Hinge. But this is just me talking out loud.
I get that. Yeah. I don't really like giving my number until we meet.
Right.
Or like that.
I don't like giving my number when we meet.
Baby.
I'm like, you can find me outside.
Exactly.
Yeah. You if you want me, you'll chase me.
You'll find me.
You'll find me.
If you really want to go on a date with me, find me.
I'm not giving you my number, but I am giving you my location.
I love that. Yeah. I'll share my location.
Yeah. And I'll just run around until you get me.
Well,
we love the chase.
Yeah, we love the chase. But you, luckily, as we said, are in a relationship. I like am open to it, but I am happy being single.
Yeah.
Like I feel very content right now and have amazing friends and amazing family. So
I do feel like, it's very annoying to always hear, but it's like, when people are like, yeah, you really got to like work on yourself before you find someone else. I feel like I needed some serious time alone because I was like relationship. And then I took about 5 or 6 years off and I needed that. It's nice.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm not saying that you have any work to do.
Well, no, I have a lot of work to do.
Don't we all? But I'm saying like, I feel like, yeah. And then like when you want it, no, I'm not saying when you want it, it'll come to you. Cause like that's the most annoying thing to hear.
Yeah. But I do think like when you least expect it, it does.
That's what happened with me.
But I've been least expecting it for about 4 years now. So anytime
to
now.
the universe, you're like, I'm not, guys, I'm really not expecting anything.
I'm not looking for it.
I'm not looking anywhere.
But I'm also that person who's like, I'm single and like I would love it. But then like again, like until last week when I downloaded Hinge again, I wasn't on any apps.
Yeah.
I like have fallen into this like homebody kind of thing where I don't go out that much, which I'm trying to change. I'm trying to like go out more and like be more social. And so I don't do any of those things where I'm going to meet people. So then I'm like at home on my couch being like, why haven't I met him?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, you're kind of like, like when your parents are like, no one's going to come knock on your door. You're like, well, that's why I have Uber Eats and Postmates. Yeah.
You're right. There's 2 gates to get to it.
It's a lot to get
And
over.
if somebody is, I'm scared.
Yeah. But then also like, because of, the dating culture and stuff. And I feel like this is something we could talk about. Like, there's a reason that sometimes we're like turned off by the idea of going back into dating or even hooking up because, we've all been through it. There, you can't trust a bitch.
No, and I'm sure we all have like millions of stories, which I can't wait. I think I have a few that you don't know yet.
That's the thing. I feel like we do share so much with each other, and obviously on this podcast we're going to share a lot of those things with you. But I do think that maybe one of the areas in our lives that we probably have, like that I haven't shared a lot with other people, are like dating horror stories or hookup nightmares because I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
So what better place to do that than a podcast?
Yes, rather than just sharing with your friends, we're sharing with our family, the Breathe If You Agree audience.
And literally our parents. Hi, Mom.
I'm about to talk about things that I think I've talked to you, Mom and Dad, about, but
you can just
shout out to y'all.
Yeah. And you know what? If you listen, that's your fault.
No, definitely listen. You're just going to learn a lot about your son.
We'll talk after this. Wait. Tell me something. Tell me something that scarred you, that scared you.
Okay. I don't know if it was definitely for the plot. I will say that.
Okay.
And this was actually my only hookup of 2024 so far.
Okay.
It's only been...
Oh my God.
Why are you laughing at me? He laughed at me.
Because I was doing that because I thought,
You're laughing because I'm not active sexually?
I thought you were going to say a different. I thought before I heard 2024, it's like it took time to catch up with me.
In my
so
life.
I thought
this is my one encounter with a man ever.
The only reason that this is my single dating horror story is because it's been my only date ever, so it's the best and the worst thing that's happened to me. No, I was laughing because I had to do the math of how long 2024. I'm not laughing at that at all.
We're like mid-February.
No, I know. By the way, I mean, I can talk about this at length, but every time that I've been like, I'm gonna be such a slut now, I'm like, but I'm so bad at it.
I'm
wish.
bad.
I really want, like, we have some friends who are so good at it.
I love it.
They just get it whenever they want. I'm like, absolutely kudos, go after it. Like 3 in a day, moo moo.
I'm listening to Kim Petras like slut pot, slut on the throat.
Give me a rim job.
Yeah, literally like gag on it, and then like any face to face with a man, I'm like, hey, no, I can't today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're like, hey, want to go home? And you're like, I want to go home.
I'm like, actually, I already ordered Taco Bell. It's gonna be at my house.
Yeah, and they're getting the rose. Anyway, not laughing at you.
Yes, well, you did, but I'll continue because I'm a gracious host who doesn't laugh at other people.
But are you good at traveling?
Traveling or host? Oh,
get it?
I prefer to host.
Yeah.
No. I could travel too. Yeah. Also, this is the audience that I'm going to share some secrets to. So if you're watching this and we ever do talk on the app, hopefully I won't be on there for that much longer, but who knows? Probably will be.
Yeah. And also don't listen to this podcast and just assume you know everything about Julian and bring all these things up as when you get to date him.
Yeah. Or you can. We can talk about it.
Or you can be like, my favorite minute of that episode was 12 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yeah, when you talked about that man who, what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
So when I'm on Grindr, or any like adult app, and for those who don't know, Grindr is like a hookup app.
It's kind of like a right now type deal. I mean, you can find dates and stuff on there, but a lot of people are on there because they're like, I'm horny and I want it right now.
Yeah. I'm horny.
Yeah. Come over. Yeah.
But yeah, there's options for chats, dates, like whatever you want.
Yeah.
So like I usually say before anything, I'm like, I have a roommate. I live alone.
Well, but now they all know.
I'm a liar. I know, but
What's
for the pod, I'll tell you. I'll like ruin the secret. Yeah. I always have I have a roommate because in case like the connection isn't there or like their needs for like a sudden out, I'm like, oh, my roommate's coming home.
Okay, great.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have a roommate. But my apartment does look like
a roommate.
A woman may live there. So it is easy to say that I have a roommate.
They're like, oh my God, all those wigs.
I'm like, yeah, my roommate's really eccentric.
She cuts her hair a lot.
I have like Sailor Moon, like
on the wall.
Yeah, what are those called? Those big like stickers on the wall.
Oh,
they were called fat heads.
Fat heads, yeah, like and it'd be like a football player.
Yeah,
but it's Sailor Moon.
It's Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars, and then like purple, silver, and like some other kind of stars. It looks like a teen's bedroom, really, in my living room.
Your 16-year-old roommate.
Like flower carpet, oranges on the wall. It's cute. I love it.
It's a gorgeous apartment.
Never ashamed. No. But sometimes like she loves anime. We love cartoons. But I usually say that. So this time I had said it. I was like, oh, my roommate's home, like whatever. I was talking to this guy. He was really hot. And sometimes I'm just like in the giving mood. Like I don't really need anything like.
You don't need to receive.
Yeah. Like
you're just like, always. I'm being so gracious right now.
I'm like so giving.
Yeah.
The movie The Giver, it's about me. Just kidding. What's that movie about? Okay, well, if it's bad, it's not about me. It's like Meryl Streep was in it though, so it's probably good.
I think I know the book that if it's based off of the book. Yeah. Anyway,
books. Read books, everybody.
Reading is healthy.
Reading is healthy.
Yeah.
So where was I?
You're giving.
Oh, The Giver. Yes, that's it. So like sometimes like I can just like that's enough for me.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about. Oral or head that I just want to do it. I'm like kick back and like let me go to town. Hey mom, hey dad. And so I said to this man like, yeah, do you want that kind of? And he was like, yeah, that sounds good. Like whatever.
Great.
Then I was going to New York the next day. So this is on New Year's Day.
Okay.
This is New Year's Day. So like, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year, everybody. And I am packing because I'm going to New York the next day.
Okay.
And then finally I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't want to do it. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I say, I'm like, sorry, like, but I'll be back from a trip, like, whatever. And he was like, okay, let me know. And then he sent me a video of him, like, his face included. And then he was, like, in a bathroom mirror and he, like, slapped his body organ on the, like, sink.
Ow.
Well, it wasn't like,
Yeah. It was just kind of like a...
yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, karate chop. No, it was just kind of like a, like, you know, when they, like, fling it,
Just like
and it's just like... And I was like, I saw this video and I was like, oh gosh. I was like, I wrote back. I was like, actually, no, I can get this done.
Yeah.
I was like, actually, I can hurry up. I can hurry up. And he was like, are you sure? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Because also he looked, I mean, he's hot.
Yeah.
He was really hot.
Yeah.
So he sent the video on Snapchat. Like in some of this thing, he was like, what's your Snapchat? So my Snapchat, if you want to add me, is Julian Lapone, which is the last name of one of the great Broadway divas, Patti LuPone.
Oh, right.
And
get that at
his
first.
was something having to do with Star Wars. And in our last episode, we talked about our gay awakenings, and one of mine was Star Wars. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so the name made me think. I put on Attack of the Clones, Star Wars 2, with Natalie Portman as Padme. And I put this on, and then he comes over. Because I'm like, oh, this is a nice conversation starter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you just put this on? I'm like, oh, yeah, I was just watching it.
Yeah, just watching Attack of the
But
Clones.
no, it was
so
like,
crazy.
you know, on purpose.
Yeah.
And
Like to the minute.
literally.
Yeah.
So he comes over and it's nice. I like am expecting, like, I don't want to take my clothes off. I just want to like do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I just want to be like, lay back and let me go.
Do you just want to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever. So then he was nice. He had like pictures of, okay, so first of all, he was so nice, like love to this man. He was so nice. There was nothing really bad. We just didn't click on that sexual level. I just want to say that. But he was really cute and had these socks on with his dogs on them. Like I was like, oh, you're sweet. And then he was like, oh my gosh, you like Star Wars? And I was like, yeah, whatever. Then we get going and we start kissing. Like it's, you know, it's not the best kiss I've ever had, but you know, people can practice.
You just slide it in there.
And then he's taking my clothes off and I'm like, ugh, I didn't even want to get naked.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like prepare in any way because I was just like prepared to do that thing. No body oil.
No
this
body
time.
oil.
My couch is suede. I didn't want to, you know, ruin it.
It's not a slip and slide, ladies.
But it could be.
Yeah.
And so he starts talking, like, and I'm into some dirty talk, right?
Like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Just like that.
But then it turned into like I was hooking up with Diane Sawyer. Like I felt like I was on 60 Minutes. The amount of questions this man asked me. He was asking me questions. Like I don't think we went 30 seconds without silence.
Oh my God.
And to a point where I was like okay.
Come on, ask me a question that he asked.
It literally, but okay, no, I wrote them down. So like in my head, I'm like, do I use the roommate tax like to go?
Right.
But then I'm like, no, you're hot and like you're here. Like I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Starting the new year with head.
Yeah.
And like whatever. I was horny.
And it's honestly, it's like 20 questions. You get to talk about yourself. How gorgeous.
Totally. But this
maybe
is
not
like
the setting. Yeah.
This is like in the midst of everything, and I'm kind of like. Ugh. Okay, whatever. So then I wrote down some of the questions that he did. Actually, as soon as he left, I wrote it all in my notes.
Yeah.
So first he was asking me, he was like, are you my little WeHo boy? And as soon as he says this, I'm like, okay, so here we go. Like, I'm going to do this for the plot.
Yeah.
I had to make that decision. He said, are you my little WeHo boy? And obviously I'm answering yes. I really am giving yes and say that
shit with your mouth.
Chest.
Yeah.
So he asked me, are you my little WeHo boy? I'm like, yes. And then he says, are you my little slut? And I'm like,
you're like,
this
which
for
one
me,
am
like, I could get into,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, T, like, love it.
Yeah.
And again, no kink shaming, love a good dirty talk.
Yeah.
But again, this became like an interview.
Yeah.
Then he said to me, do you love me? At this point, I look at this man and I'm like, do you want me to love you?
Yeah.
And he was like, do you love me?
Answer the question.
Yeah, he kind of got like angry a little bit. And I was like, okay. And I was like,
what did you say?
I said, yeah. I said yes.
You're like, what else was I going to say?
What am I
No.
gonna be like, no. Well,
No.
I said no later on, but I was like, yes. And then he goes, how much do you love me?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm saying like, oh. And then I asked him like, how much do you want me to love you? Because I'm kind of like, I'll do this. Like, I'll play the part, but you gotta like give me some guidelines.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, our conversation was like, you come over, we do this, you leave.
Yeah.
The kids call it a blow and go. You see it as that.
Yeah.
But then after that, he says, how much you love me? And then he goes, is this the best D you've ever had? He said dick, but I was just saying D for language. But
Yeah.
bleep, there I go.
Yeah.
And I said yes. Again, I'm going along with it. I'm playing the part. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And then I say yes, and he goes, no, it isn't. You're lying to me. And I was like,
So you're like, at this point, you're like, is it role play or am I in trouble?
exactly.
Am I in danger?
And then he goes, you're a liar. And I was like, oh,
And then
okay.
were you like, yeah, I am. You're hot. That's a lie.
No, I literally was just like, so like, okay, like, totally
Yes.
waiting for the next.
I'm the little wee ho liar slut boy.
Yeah, I'm a liar. I really don't have a roommate. And then he goes, it's New Year's Eve the night before. And he goes, this is going to be bleeped out, but were you last night? And I go, no, I wasn't. And he goes, you weren't on New Year's? And I go, no, I wasn't. And he goes, yeah, you were. You were last night in the middle of the dance floor at the Abbey and everybody watched. I'm not kidding. And then I'm like silent at this point. I'm like, what? And then he's like, do you want me to you on the dance floor at the Abbey?
What? We have lost the plot.
No, babes.
This is getting out of
lost the
control.
plot.
Oh
This is
my
what I'm
God.
saying. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with like a little bit, but at this point I was like, what are these scenarios? Like, how did you even think of that?
Yeah.
And then we keep going, and he goes, then I laughed. I laughed. And then that didn't help. He was like, oh, do you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, you like that? And I was like, yes.
You're like, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're like, yes, I'm a liar.
Really. And then he goes, does your roommate get on this couch? And I'm like, don't bring her into this.
She doesn't even exist.
Of course.
Don't talk about her that way. That's my roommate.
Of course, she's getting the spotlight.
Yeah.
I can't even have this for myself. And I was like, yeah, sure, like whatever. And he goes, does she think of me when she's getting
Okay. Now, we're at this point where you're like, you gotta go.
Baby, I don't even know this man's name at this point. So I'm like, no, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Because again, she doesn't exist. And second of all, who are you? I don't know.
We're talking about me.
Yeah. And then he says, do you want me to impregnate you?
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
At what point were you like, this has been so fun?
After he came. Which I was really on a mission to. I was like,
Right.
stop your talking.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, I was trying to go as fast as I could at this point. Literally. I was like, every time he talked, I was like, oh. And then he said, do you want my babies?
Okay.
And I said,
Yeah.
I was just like, I did say yes, I think. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, you had to.
But then, so that was really the story. He just asked a lot of questions that I was just like, what are you saying about? He was really nice. At the end, like,
No, he seems
like
sweet.
He
seems to really care.
You click. I think he like clicked back into like that's just him sexually, which is totally cool. Like I was taken off guard, but I'm sure people.
I mean, when I hear vocal, I think it's just something a little different than that.
Yeah,
not
I
that there's
like a
anything
few
wrong
questions
with it.
like, does that feel good, or like, do you like that?
Not like, what's your social security
It's
number?
like, what's your biggest regret in life?
yeah.
As I'm like,
how's your relationship with
licking
your father?
balls. Exactly. So yes, so little to say, that was my only interaction with a man in 2024 so far.
Well, look, you should see it this way. Things are probably only looking up. I would hope. I mean, that sounds like it's still a cute interaction.
It was cute. It wasn't like, it's a fun story. I definitely like got, I was so excited to tell my friends about it. And again, he was super sweet and like super nice. Shout out if you're watching.
Yeah. Whatever your name is, we do not know.
Well, I did find out his name, and then I was saying it wrong, and then he corrected me, but I don't want to say the name.
No, don't say it. Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah.
That's a lot.
So that was my 2024 so far, and then I haven't seen or touched a man since.
Well, that's what I'm here for, baby. Touch my hand. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Feels good.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like I haven't had like I don't think I've had a fun story like that. I mean, I've had some experiences for sure. One that I'm really thinking about is, so this was right before COVID, and a little backstory. I had at a very, like when I was 25, highlight month of my life.
400 years ago.
I had sold a show, which was very exciting, and we were developing it, and then COVID was hitting. It kind of fell apart. It was very sad. Whatever. Just a little backstory for you to know.
Yes.
Things went down from there. I invited. It was really late at night. I wanted a guy to come over. And this is like
for what?
For to ask me if I was a liar. No, and this was like so kind of like unlike me. I went on the apps. I found a man. He was hot, and he came over. And actually, this was like the second or third time he had come over, because this was one of those things where I had been single for a very long time. I just wanted someone to touch.
Yeah.
The first time that he came over and we had hooked up, he kept being like, what do I know you from? What do I know you from? Which of course you're like, oh, like, no, you're probably confusing me with someone else, whatever. And then,
is this the man who went to jail?
Yes. I didn't realize you knew the story.
No, I know. I don't know this story, but I think this is that man.
No, this is that man.
Because he did come to our apartment once.
Oh my God, he did. Yeah,
but that was later on.
That was after
That's
COVID.
when he got back from jail.
That's when he got back from jail. Yeah.
Word.
So basically, one night I'm in bed with this man, and he asked me. He was like, "So what's going on with the show?" And I was like, "Oh, like, unfortunately, it's just not going forward. It's really a big bummer. It was an amazing experience. I'm so happy that it happened, but like, yeah, it's just not happening." And he turns over, this man, and he goes, "Ugh, I totally relate. I'm going to jail."
Oh, I ruined the punchline.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's still,
I'm sorry.
it's still shocking.
No, yeah.
It's still shocking. So then I'm like,
we're both going through it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I totally get it. My show isn't being developed at NBC, and you're going to jail. No, so then I'm like, I'm next to this man in bed. I'm like, shimmying over a little bit, like, who is in my house? Like, who is this person? And yeah, so he was like, yeah, so I totally get it. I'm going to jail. And I was like, oh, like, a couple questions. First of all, explain that relation. How do you relate those two things to me? He's like, well, I get it. Like, you had something bad happen in your life, and I have something bad happening in my life. I was like, yeah, definitely. That seems to be the case. And then I'm like shimmying away. I'm like, why? What's going on? Why are you going to jail? Yeah. I'm not even going to necessarily say the reason that he was going to jail. All that you need to know is that he didn't murder anyone. So I was safe.
That's pretty fierce.
I'm still here. Yeah. And I did invite him over again a couple of years later, which I don't take pride in. I can already hear my dad being like, you someone from jail. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was during Pride, though. Was it during the month of June?
I don't even remember, but this was
lots of Pride.
Yeah, exactly. This year for celebrating Pride, I'm gonna have sex with the man I had sex with pre-COVID, who's out now after jail. Yeah, no. So I mean, the good thing is that because COVID happened, it did delay his jail sentence, which was nice good for him.
Yeah, good for
you. But I also
too.
Was like, honestly, COVID would have been a nice time to kind of like get it out of the way.
Yeah, but then
it's scary. Yeah, it's not
totally.
Necessarily the safest. But no, he was, but in that same bet, there were I have like a couple. So many things happened in that bed. One time. This again, post-relationship, I really wanted to I started seeing this guy. I knew from the beginning that there was really nothing that was going to come of it.
Yeah.
This man is in my bed one night, and he's not looking at me.
Yeah.
He's playing a video game on his phone.
Work.
And then
Kim K.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Oh,
that
they took
over.
it away.
And no, he then pulls out, I didn't even know he had it. He goes, I guess he had it back. He pulls out a gyro. This man's shirtless on my bed. He's eating a gyro. This gyro is spilling onto my bed,
and then a shaved meat
like a gyro.
Oh, okay, yeah,
yeah, like a gyro.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Like it's like
delicious.
cut off of the thing. Delicious,
yes, delicious,
but like not in my bed. It's not a picnic table. And also like I'm sitting there being like, so like, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna? Do you want to kiss?
He's like, do you have any
and also
tzatziki?
He's literally garlic, onion, whatever. And then he starts sobbing
with the gyro,
eating the gyro, like, and I was like. Oh my, and then of course I'm like, what happened? And he's like, oh my God, I miss my ex-boyfriend. So this man is in my bed,
spilling
a gyro, playing video games, not hooking up with me and talking about his ex-boyfriend.
You said, "Mama."
Yeah, I was like,
I was trying to escape the sadness.
yeah. No, I was like, I was trying to get over it myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just think that sometimes people just don't read the room. And those were two situations where I was just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do in this situation.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to get out of it. Then he slept over.
You should say you have a roommate.
Yeah, I did have a roommate.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that didn't. We were in my room. He was like, can I sleep over? I was like, and I think I said like, oh, I think you should go home. And he was like, but I just need,
Oh,
yeah.
You heartless bitch.
Yeah, I'm just evil. I should have. I also think I asked for a bite of the gyro, and he said no.
No way.
Yeah.
He didn't share?
No, he didn't share. He wanted to eat the whole thing.
Was it a big gyro?
It was huge.
Wait, when he took it out of his bag, was it in like a styrofoam thing, or
No,
like?
I think we were in WeHo and we met up in WeHo. This was a while ago. I tried to block this story out. I was trying to get it out of my mind.
Too.
But no, I think he got like a hot gyro off of the street. Or from like, one of the WeHo bars next to them, which reminds me, one time I hooked up with a guy who went to the fish place, the sushi bowl place right before we went to his apartment. He ate a combination of salmon.
Sama?
Sama.
I love salmon.
Yeah, sama's so good. No, he ate a combination of
Samasush.
salmon, tuna, and octopus. Didn't brush his teeth.
Oh.
Pre-hooked up. And then the next morning I went downstairs and we were looking. He was like, let's go to brunch. I was like, I really would like to go home. He's like, let me take you to brunch. And we go outside and I see this car. I'm not going to say the make because then you might know what it was. And the license plate said, "You would." And I was like, that's the stupidest license plate I've ever seen. And then he goes, beep, beep. And it's that car. Yeah.
Wait,
and
why
then,
is that stupid though? You would.
You like
you would.
You would. Yeah. And then also in my head, I was walking downstairs with this mindset of like, I can't believe I did that. And then the first thing I see is you would. And I did. Anyway, so, the thing is that, but I feel like these things, they make us who we are.
They happen. I think.
They're formative. They lead us to the right people for sure.
Well, because
sometimes
they don't mean it. Like, it's never like ill-intended. Like, it's sometimes just like, like we said, like reading the room. Right. And then also just like like
you're
different.
On different levels.
We're different. Yeah.
And by the way, yes, don't get me wrong. There are men who can absolutely, men, women, anyone can do you wrong, but in these situations, like none of these people I don't have anything bad to say about these people. I just have terrible things to say about the situations that I was put in.
Okay, well, love to the man. He's out now.
He's out now. I think. Actually, he is because I can't.
No, he's out because we saw him out.
Yeah. We see him out.
Well, no, let's not disclose too much.
Yeah. His location. Yeah, no.
Okay, so these were horror stories. Like definitely red flags or just like red flags for us in general. But like there are also green flags that we're like looking for in our partners. For sure. And I would love to hear about some of yours or if you want to ask me some of mine.
On this podcast, we'd like to be able to offer some advice. Obviously, you hear our stories and you hear we're insane.
Yeah, but maybe we should delete the apps is really what we should say.
What?
The adult apps.
Yeah.
They seem to lead to nothing but... Actually, no, but they lead to good stories.
Yeah, they do lead to good stories. And then
all right, you guys, I'll be more on it. I'll sign on later.
Yeah, but I think like I would love to know... I want to ask you some things about if you saw these things, if you would see this as a positive or a negative.
Okay, please.
Okay, so... He wants to meet your family 3 months into dating.
Yeah. I think that's a green flag.
See, I agree. I think that some people see that as a red flag. It depends. It's a weird situationship. He's not responding to your text, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know.
Well, like if we're like dating and he's like, I want to meet your family. Yeah. 3 months. 3 months.
Well, I said 3 months because I feel like some people are like, that's too early. Whereas I think my current boyfriend, Nico, met my family like 3 weeks ago.
Y'all were off to the races.
We were both at the beginning. We were like, we should take it slow, and then we were like, we're getting married.
I was there that night. Actually, I said I was going to the event that Nick met Nico at, and Nick, I said it for months, and it was during Pride, and I was like, I'm going to this party. You guys buy tickets, and they're like, no, we don't really do that. And then we had a pregame that day, and people came over, and of course. When the masses were like, oh, we're going to that party, Nick's like, okay, yeah, we're going to buy tickets. And he's like, Julian, we're going to this tonight. And I'm like, really? Like, I've been telling you for months to buy tickets. Then he met the love of his life, and look where we are now.
Look where we are now. Now we have a podcast.
So, and he's at Yale.
If there's anything, if there's a message here, it's buy the ticket. Listen to Julian and buy the ticket.
Yeah.
No, I think 3 months into dating makes sense.
3 months is a long time.
Yeah.
I think for me. Also so funny, I was like writing down green flags and I put remembers things and I was like, how low is my bar that I'm writing like green flag? He remembers things.
He remembered my name.
Literally. I'm like, okay, wow. Yeah. I really need to.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. Okay, great. What do you think about him communicating like in the beginning, knowing his love language? Like he lets you know like what his love languages are. I think that's a green
flag. I think it's good to have some awareness of like what you want, what you need.
Yeah.
I also, as a partner, I very much want to know that. I obviously I want to figure those things out. I think it's cute to be like deeper into your relationship and be like, I think that you have this love language that you didn't know about.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you require a lot of touch, if you want a lot of communication, if I really care about you, I want to make sure that you're happy in the relationship. And I want to also not only just make sure that the relationship's going well just for me, but I also want to make you happy. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to get what you need.
Yeah.
In the same way that I require a lot of words of affirmation and
you're gorgeous.
Keep going.
You're sexy.
And then I require a lot of quality time. And I know that about myself. And like the partners who have cared about me really invest in that. And I think it's good to know those things because if it's not important to them, then I don't know if it's an important relationship.
Totally. I totally agree. I think it's very important because you know what you want.
Yeah.
And it's nice to communicate that to your partner.
Yeah.
I don't think like the first day you're like, I need to be touched. Like, give me your leg under the table.
Right. Yeah.
Like, or this is never happening again. But
yeah. They're like, my love language is fisting. You're like, oh, I didn't know that was on the list.
I'm like, I left my latex glove at home.
I left my wrists at home. Okay. How about someone who calls all of their exes crazy?
If this is a red flag, I don't think. I don't know.
No, see, I feel like a lot of people say it's a red flag, and I'm like, I kind of do
I
that.
do it. Maybe
we're the problem.
Literally, I'm realizing like maybe I am the problem.
Yeah, no, I read that one and I was like, uh-oh. Anyway.
I don't know if I would like cancel. I wouldn't be like.
Also, sometimes people do date insane people.
Yeah. Like, no, because I've had my fair share of people who I'm like, oh, okay, like, I don't know, but I don't really like talking about, like, maybe past relationships a little bit and like what didn't work or things like that, but I don't want to like talk about it in depth.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like if there was like a long-term
eventually, yeah, I think it's good. I think down the line, like with a serious long-term relationship, like maybe you want to hear about what happened to them. Maybe there was something traumatic from it, but early on, just being like, this one was crazy because he did this and this and this and this and this and this. It's like, it's a lot for the beginning.
Yeah. Like I was seeing somebody who kept being like, oh, my ex-boyfriend, like kept saying that. And I'm like, I don't like, sure, if that plays a part in our relationship that like we're talking about it and like things that didn't work out for you and that person, but it was like telling stories and it was almost uncomfortable because
it's like they're talking about one of their best friends. That's how often they're bringing it up.
Which is like not a problem. Like it isn't, but like first dates, I'm kind of like, I don't want to hear about that. Let's talk about like if we're talking about like us or like that. I don't know what that is, but maybe that's like a jealousy thing or whatever. But I guess like how I am today about dating has stemmed from like past relationships that have like scarred me or like just like really left me emotionally damaged and
oh God, cut the camera.
My heart is damaged. Hey. But just like emotionally unavailable. Yeah. And that is something that I would want to communicate to my partner if like I'm having trouble like communicating that in general in a conversation or a fight.
Yeah. I can ask another one. Oh, how about when they say something really homophobic to you at a meal and then they turn away and talk to themselves for 5 minutes on the date?
Oh my God.
Red flag or green flag? Maybe that has or hasn't happened to me. Seems a little hyper specific.
And when it did happen, did you break up with him on the spot?
No. It's okay. We move on. We're better. We live and we learn.
Yeah.
We live and we learn.
You didn't.
Know your worth, ladies.
Know your worth.
Know your worth. So red flag, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we do one more?
Okay. A red flag or green?
Whatever. No, I'll decide if it's red or green.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me how this is. Respects your time. Like he or they want their own, or respects your time. Obviously it's green flag.
Green
but
flag,
like,
yeah.
wants their alone time as well as having your alone time.
That is a green flag for sure. I think that's a very healthy thing. I think, again, these are things that I've learned in relationships. I think I like to spend a lot of time with my partner. I also like to spend a lot of time with my friends and my family.
Yeah.
I think that I've learned over the years that for the health of a relationship, it's also good to have your you time, to have your things that you're doing. When people are like, oh, we have our very separate lives, I'm a little bit like, oh, I have my friends, he has his friends. I'm a little bit like, that's where you lose me a little bit. I think it's nice to integrate your lives.
Of course, yeah.
But no, I think having your alone time, having your hobbies, having the things that you like to do alone, being able to spend time alone, which I've really worked on over the years.
Yeah.
And I am better at it. Am I perfect at it? No. Would I rather be with people? Yeah. But do I like being alone? Yes.
Since the pandemic, I love being alone.
Yeah. That's very specific to you.
I'm sure a lot of people, but before I always wanted to go out. I always did it. And then I found a lot of peace in being by myself.
Yeah.
And that continued on afterwards. But I think I found a lot of clarity and also self-confidence in that time. That's when I started making videos and really owning the parts of me that I hadn't shown everybody. At that time, in the beginning of the pandemic, I was still trying to be masculine on Instagram and trying to again, you're laughing. No.
I'm laughing because I've done the same thing.
No, the
I'm not laughing.
I'm all in black and whatever, and it's just so not me.
No.
And then the pandemic, when I was alone and sat with myself, it was these are the things that really
right.
I need to celebrate these things that make me who I am.
Right.
And that's allowed me to do the videos, and there was just so much personal growth, and I think that really taught me that when I am alone, I can achieve things and unlock things within myself.
That's
so
beautiful.
I still love it.
It is very beautiful.
You're such a bitch.
You said
that's beautiful.
What am I supposed to say? T.
And you're mocking me? I can't believe it. Episode 3, this is the last episode you're ever getting.
Cut the camera. No, I'm saying that is beautiful. I do think that, and by the way, I do agree with every single thing that you said. And I think that you really have come into your own. And I think that that's something that everyone can learn from. See, there are educational aspects. I'm the only reason I'm laughing is because you're staring at me. Oh my God. Well, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. No, I think, there are a lot of red flags and green flags. Those are things that you really want to look out for. And you gotta trust yourself. Trust your judgment. Trust it, bitch.
So I know we've talked about.
Are you going to intro it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Amateur over here at the table.
Still learning.
Am I going to intro?
No.
Maybe this is episode 3. I'm a pro.
I'm learning.
Let's hear about. We talked about the horror stories. I want to hear about your best date ever.
Okay, a best date for me. Let me think about it. No, a best date for me. There's one that comes to mind. I've had a million wonderful dates, and I think there's different ways for people to show their love for you and just make it special. But I think, for me, I don't need anything super over the top. I remember one of my first dates with my current boyfriend, Nico, which was just lovely. And it made me feel very cute. Hey, babe. One time he picked me up. It was just a wonderful Sunday. He picked me up. We went to Trader Joe's. We bought a million different snacks. We did a picnic in the park. And that's, I think, what I also realized in this moment was, for me, and maybe this makes me, I don't know, a boring person. A picnic in the park, to me, I'm a little bit what are we going to do? We're just going to have a picnic in the park. And we did exactly that. And it was so lovely.
Yeah.
And I really got to know him. It was so wonderful. I felt very special. I felt very taken care of. He was making me little sandwiches, working for me.
That's really cute.
Yeah, which we love. And then we went back to his house, and he made, he's really famous for making a peach cobbler. So he taught me how to make a peach cobbler. We made that. And then we got McDonald's for dinner, which is my favorite thing to do on a Sunday. And we had McDonald's and peach cobbler, and then watched a movie and fell asleep. And it was just so simple, so special. It didn't need to be anything over the top. And it was just one of my favorite days that I've had, and definitely one of my top favorite dates. I just think about that when I think about how much I love him.
Oh my gosh, you're literally living the dream. My best date sucks compared to that. But I want a picnic. No one's ever made me a picnic.
I'll take you on a picnic.
I don't want you to go take me on a picnic. I want somebody who wants to fuck me to take me on a picnic.
Guys, someone take Julian on a picnic.
No, not anymore. Now it's ruined.
Not now. If you take Julian on a picnic now, we know you're fake.
Yeah, if you take me on a picnic, actually no, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, wait, tell me about your
my best date, and it's something I really treasure because it was just like a moment, because even though this was with my college boyfriend who we're not talking a lot about, but it was a special moment in my life. It was honestly, I thought I had like found my best friend. Like he was at the time, he definitely was. Yeah. But it was a very long like back and forth kind of thing. He ended up cheating on me multiple times, but I also took him back multiple times. Okay. Again, standards, people. Never let them down. Believe in yourself. I didn't at that time, so the easiest thing was that. Yeah. But we took a trip. You're laughing again. I'm so funny. Like my life is a joke. You're making me laugh. My life is a joke to Nick. You heard it here first.
No, baby, I'm calling you. You are a funny person,
baby. All right. Patronizing. But we went to New York. Yeah. Listening and laughing. We went to New York and we went to this place called Serafina. Uh-huh. Oh, it's like Italian spot. Yeah, Italian. Yeah. And we were about to see, I think we were seeing Gigi with Vanessa Hudgens. So like it was like really exciting, like in the musical. Yes. The night they invented champagne is in that musical. Okay. That's the only song I don't remember. But I went to the bathroom, like we had ordered calamari, and they like wrapped this lemon in like
in the like little net.
The little cloth. Yes. So that when you squeeze it, the seeds can't come out. And I came back from the bathroom and the calamari came, and it was so cute. Like he had never seen like a lemon wrap like that, and he was trying to unwrap it like with all his might, trying to get that off the lemon. And
because he was like, this lemon's trapped.
He was like, I can't get this off the lemon, and I was like, no, like squeeze it, whatever. But that was just like a moment where I was like, oh, I know I love you. Yeah. And past all the stuff that did happen, like in that moment, that I can like firmly remember. I know it seems like little.
No, but it's about the little things.
It made me feel something like I don't think I've ever felt before in that moment where I like looked at him and I was like, yeah, I love this man. No matter what, like whatever. And then we saw Vanessa Hudgens, which was slay. Yeah. But he didn't. No, that's so cute. I paid for dinner, so whatever. I threw the picnic.
Yeah. He tried to take my net off of my lemon, which I paid for. Yeah. I hope you took the net home. Yeah. But that is very cute. I mean, that it is sometimes it is about, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't always have to be about these major gestures.
Why you laughing?
Because you made a face at me.
Well, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, that'd be funny. I was like, do you try that stuff with a net? Well, maybe I was wrong. They can't all be bangers.
They can't all land. Exactly. No, but I think, it's a lot of the time it doesn't have to be about this. Like, you don't have to do something major for the person. It's nice to do that, but sometimes it is about the small things. And it doesn't even have to be about a small thing that, like, you know that they're doing. He was doing this cute little thing, and you're like, wow, this is just, I feel this overwhelming feeling. You can't control those emotions.
Yeah. It was just like you see somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm lucky. I feel lucky in this moment. Was I? No. Honestly, you. I'm kidding. I'm over it. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Okay, we are back with a fun little segment. Sorry, we had to take a break. Nick had to take a big dump. But we're back. The studio smells horrible. But we're going to play this game. We prepared these. We haven't told each other. And it's called F, Marry, Ghost.
We didn't want to do kill because killing is bad.
Yes. And ghosting's bad too. We don't condone that, but it's better than killing.
Yeah.
So you want to go first?
Sure. I will go first. So for the first category, I think this was fun to do F, Marry, Ghost. Let's do a little celebrity round.
Okay. Love.
So first up, we got Paul Mescal.
Okay. Yum.
Okay. Next, we got Leo Woodall.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
From White Lotus, season 2. Remember, he has sex with
my gosh, he looks different in that photo.
And he's also in that new movie, I think it's called like One Day or something on Netflix that everyone's like...
I haven't watched it
I know. Apparently you cry a lot.
The one who he's dating with the uncle in the...
Yes.
Oh, they're dating?
Yeah. They hard launched on Instagram today.
Today? Whoa.
I know. Okay, anyway, so
wait, he looks different in that photo.
He looks like a little baby.
I just didn't know his name.
And then,
sorry to this man.
And then third, Michael B. Jordan. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I made it a little difficult for you, baby.
Yeah, mama. I want all of them.
Okay, so F, Marry, and Ghost.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to ghost middleman. I'm gonna ghost just because like we're not that close.
Right. Yeah.
And then I am gonna marry. I'm gonna marry Paul.
Okay.
And then I am definitely going to have Michael B. Jordan. Multiple
Gorgeous.
times if I have the choice.
Yeah.
And honestly, if he asked me those questions, if he like was interviewing me and asked me if I wanted his kids, I would say yes with no hesitation.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Well, good. Thanks for playing Celebrity Round.
Okay, my turn.
Great.
Okay, so first up, we have Pedro Pascal.
Oh, okay.
Daddy.
Love.
Next, we have Jacob Elordi.
Okay, this is gonna be so hard.
What's in this?
Bathwater,
mama.
baby.
Thick. And next we have Zac Efron. I just watched Iron Claw. Very sad, but that inspired us.
Okay. I am going to unfortunately ghost Zac Efron.
Okay.
I feel kind of like a ghost. He's
I
from the
gotta go
past.
my own way. What about us?
That's High School Musical, right? I don't know all the references. Okay, Zac Efron's gonna go. I'm gonna ghost him because he's just from the past. He's just not. He's not fresh meat like the other two.
How dare Zach?
Okay, and then I definitely.
He's never coming on this podcast now. You ruin everything.
Zach, if you're listening, I still would F and marry you. But for the sake of the game, I'm going to F Jacob Elordi, Bathwater. We saw a lot of things. He also just seems like someone who would be good to, toss around.
Mama, toss me around.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, I'd give it to you too.
Yeah.
I'm versed.
And then I'm definitely gonna marry Pedro. I mean, he is like the mother I've always wanted, the father I've always loved. I don't know what the
mother
is.
you always wanted.
Well, yeah, but mother. No, I think he's gorgeous.
Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to Anne, our mothers that we do have and I've always wanted. We love you.
No, I think Pedro is gorgeous. I think he's absolute husband material. I definitely would have children with him.
And by the rate of what this world is going through, it is going to be the apocalypse soon.
Yeah.
And Pedro, we've seen that he knows what to do.
I want to be one of the last of them.
Do you know that sound where it's like the zombies and it's like, if the apocalypse, I made like a video and it's like, come down here and let me suck your cock, pretty boy. And then it's like, okay, I would be a zombie for Pedro, yeah.
Okay, so for my second category, I wanted to do F, marry, ghost for first date ideas.
Okay, love.
Okay, so the first one is a stand-up comedy show.
Fun.
Maybe.
Okay.
The second is a 3.5-hour biopic.
Okay.
And the third is a rave.
Oh.
Yeah. Not as easy, is it?
Do you have any like clarification who the biopic's on?
It's on.
Is it a biopic like
it's not
actors?
a female. It's not. It's a man who's definitely like on a dollar bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's some interesting people on the dollar bills.
Yeah.
Can you name everybody on a dollar bill?
That's answered the question.
No, honestly, I can't either. That's why I wanted to see if you. Okay, I would say I'm gonna ghost.
It's kind of hard, isn't it?
I'm gonna ghost the No. Yeah, I'm gonna ghost the comedy show.
That's okay.
No, I don't know.
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna ghost the movie.
Okay.
Though I have been one to be like, let's go to the movies. People are like, why would we go to the movies? We can't talk or learn about each other. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I need to know about you. If we can sit in silence for 3.5 hours and you can listen to me chew popcorn, then baby, we are set.
Especially if it's on a person I want to know about, biopic wise. Yeah. And then I would definitely F the rave.
Yeah.
Because remember, I did on New Year's Eve, I got in the middle of the dance floor at the Abbey and everybody watched. So
don't you forget it, baby.
Don't you forget. I'll keep that one. And then I'm going to marry the comedy show because I love comedy. And I think that's fun. Also, like, I have been asking guys, tell me a joke, like, so I can know their comedy.
Right. That's a lot of pressure.
I know. The last person I asked, I was like, can you tell me a joke? And he said, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? He said, can I eat your ass? And I was like, that's not funny.
But that's not funny.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So my next one is random. My two are random. I didn't have a theme.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. So the first one is Coke Zero.
Oh.
Yeah, mama.
Yeah. I love soda.
The second one is
Oh my God.
turkey lunch meat. These are staples in Nick's life. And then the third one is Marry Me Chicken, made by Nico.
Oh God. Okay. Oh boy, this is hard. Yeah, so I have an addiction to going to Ralph's and getting a fat bag of turkey every single week. Or
What'd
two.
you call me?
Okay, I think I'm gonna like switch it up. I'm gonna marry me chicken.
Cute.
My boyfriend is a wonderful chef. He made me marry me chicken, and he did not ask me to marry him. So anyway, let's move on.
He's actually here with a
With a
ring.
ring. I am going to wow, I think this is crazy. I think I'm gonna F Coke Zero and ghost Turkey. Turkey is kind of like a girl from my past. I love her. I still eat her, but sometimes sometimes I take a bite and I'm a little bit like, that's a little chewy. Coke Zero is for life. So I'm gonna keep effing Coke Zero and I'm gonna keep ghosting Turkey. And then maybe Turkey will come back around. Anyway, that's my answer. Final answer.
If you weren't circumcised before, after the Diet Coke can, you're gonna be.
Yes. Okay. And my last category is F Marry Ghost, your significant other having this allergy.
Okay.
Okay. You're like, we did this a little differently.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
So your significant other has a gluten allergy.
Okay.
Okay. A dairy allergy.
Okay.
Or they're allergic to every animal.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to ghost. I would ghost being allergic to animals because I think I really want a dog one day. And I would name my dog Sesame. How cute. And then I could train the dog to open the door if I ever lock myself out and say, open Sesame.
Beautiful. Love that.
Yeah, really cute.
Okay.
And then I think I would ask.
I know what you're going to say.
What?
Yeah, well, no,
What do you think? Dairy because of the cream?
No, I'm saying you can't.
F dairy?
Yeah.
I guess I would. No, I guess I was gonna say I'd F dairy.
Yeah.
No, I would F gluten. I guess because we can work around that.
Yeah.
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'd marry the
Marry
dairy. Marry dairy.
Marry dairy.
Only because like I think I may be lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay. That's
but
good
like
to know.
in a way that's like it's not that bad. It's not
Right.
that bad, but I still eat it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
whatever.
And then your last one now.
Okay, and then this one is daily walks.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God, these are so specific.
Yeah, mama. And the second one is the word slay.
I don't think I've said it once today. Slay.
Okay, well, and then the third one is the discography of Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is terrible. I think I'm gonna easily ghost slay. I think I could work it out of my vernacular.
Slay.
Slay. I'm gonna slay.
I see
Oh
what
yeah,
you
you
did.
did it. I'm going to F the discography of Olivia Rodrigo.
Work.
Love to have a good time with her. Love to blast her 45 hours in a row. Just keep going at it.
Love it.
And I'm gonna marry daily walks. Something about me. People call me the walking man of West Hollywood. I like to any free minute that I have.
Do they?
Yes. Jake called me that.
Who? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can
I don't
say
know why I was
that.
his name. His name's Jake. yeah. I love to walk. If I have a free minute, I'm on my feet. I'm walking in circles. And I'm not walking anywhere. I literally walk in circles. One time a West Hollywood police officer on a bike pulled me over and was like, why are you always walking? Did you know that?
You say, why are you on a bike?
Yeah. And I said, shouldn't you be catching someone who's doing something bad?
Yeah,
And
like
then
my ex hookup.
Yeah. And then I said, slay. And I walked away. Anyway, so that's mine.
Okay, love that.
Love that.
Wait, that was fun.
Wait, that was fun. Wait, so that was a lovely, I loved hearing about your history and your past and everything like that.
I know. Actually, if anyone asks me about a dating horror story from now on, I'm going to talk about this podcast recording.
Yeah. You'll
Because
just be
you
like-
were laughing at me.
Yeah.
And you were rubbing things in my face.
Yeah.
And I'm kidding. I love you so
Yeah,
much.
I love you so much.
That was really fun. Episode 3 in the bag.
In the can, baby.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Breathe If You Agree.
We've loved having you every single week. And obviously, as we said, you can subscribe on Past Your Bedtime on YouTube. Make sure to comment below. Tell us who you want.
Yes.
Tell us who you want on the pod.
Tell us what you love. Tell us what you didn't love so much.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then also on Apple, on Spotify, please leave us reviews. We also want to hear from you. We want to hear about your love for us. And you can find me on Instagram at Nick
Yeah,
Lehman.
we want to hear how much you love us.
You better tell us. Find me on Instagram at Nick Lehman and on TikTok at Nick Stop Talking.
My TikTok is at Julian Brzezinski and my Instagram is Julian Cookies.
Also, we want to do something a little fun and different. If we would love to hear from you guys, if you have any horror stories that you want to fill us in on or anything that you need advice on.
Yeah.
We're going to have a dedicated phone number. That is 657-206-7385. And we'd love to hear from you.
We'd love to hear from you. We're not really qualified for the advice or, but we will give our opinion.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're breathing,
You're agreeing.
You're agreeing.
We love you.
We love you so much.
Bye.
See you next week.
Hit it hard like a